All right, I'm going to go over the exponent notes and foldables, how to set them up in your journal, and then also give you your notes. Um, so the first part is our journal. I need to share my screen with you guys. So here we have my journal. So you're going to glue the title in the very next blank page. So here's the Friday's notes. Glue the title in, glue the box that you're going to write notes on underneath that. Underneath that, you're going to glue in the number page, the arrows, the base pointing at the 3, the exponent pointing at the 5. Underneath that, you're going to glue the 2 foldable parts. So here's the 2 to the 6th. You're going to glue it in so that you fold the blank page and then the exponent top page down. You're going to do the same with the other exponent. Fold the blank and then fold the exponent down. Now these here have the expressions. So you're going to fold the expression down and then you're going to cover the flap with the blank page. So your expression goes down and then the flap with the blank page. So that's how you're going to set up your journal. Now I'm going to pause the video for just a moment. And I'm going to open up the lesson part. Okay, so now we've got that lesson opened. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that. So these are the exponent notes. These are the parts that you cut out, and I've already explained how to glue them into your journal. So the first part, so exponents are a way to show repeated multiplication. So you're going to copy these into your notes of a single number. So you've learned in the past that if you add the same number over and over again, for example, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can also say 2 times 4. So since you're adding it 4 times, you multiply 2 times 4. That's repeated addition. Exponents are similar. It's a repeated multiplication of a single number. So when we look at our exponent, we have the base that's sitting on the line. This is the base. And then we have the exponent. That's the number that's kind of floating above. Sometimes it's also called a power. So this could be considered 3 to the 5th power. And that means that 3 is going to be multiplied by itself 5 times. So the base is the number that's multiplied. The exponent shows how many times the number or the base is multiplied by itself. So this would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. We're multiplying 3 by itself 5 times. And that brings us to the other parts. So we have glued down 2 to the 6th power foldable, 5 to the 3rd power foldable. You should have the foldable with this expression where the blank page is on top, and you should have this expression where the blank page is on top. We're going to start with the 2 to the 6th power, or 2 with an exponent of 6. So if we lift that flap up, that's the little flap that has 2 to the 6th written on it. That means 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So that is the expression of the repeated multiplication that 2 to the 6th power represents. Now, if we take this flap that you just wrote on and fold it over, we have this, we're going to write the value. So if we take 2 times 2, that's 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, and 32 times 2 is 64. So we multiplied 2 by itself 6 times, and we got a value of 64. So again, on the top flap, you're going to have the exponent. The middle flap, you're going to have the expression. And on the bottom, underneath all that, you're going to have the value. So now let's look at 5 to the third power. Let's check this exponent out. So if we write that expression, base is what we're multiplying. So 5, we're going to multiply it 3 times. 5 times 5 times 5. And the value of that, 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. A way we can think of these, because it's dealing with 25 and 5s, if you have 5 quarters in your pocket, because 5 times 5 is 25, and then you have 5 of those quarters, how much money do you have? $1.25 or 125 cents. All right, for the next part, we have the expression 8 times 8 times 8 times 8. We are repeatedly multiplying that same value. So that's the base, is 8. And we did it 4 times. So our exponent is 4. Now, the same thing with the 4s. 4 times 4 times 4. We're repeatedly multiplying 4. So 4 is our base. We did it 3 times. So our exponent is 3. And we're going to use the fancy calculator. 8 times 8 is 64. 64 times 8 is 512. 512 times 8 is 4,096. And with the 4s, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 4 is 64. So this is the end of the notes. If you still have questions, please see me in class or even email me them. Thank you for watching the video, and until later, I will see you in class or online.